I wanted to speak on something that's been popping up recently in the black community, which is the FBA versus Africans, and I guess FBA versus Africans versus Caribbeans. And I think I'm in the proper position to speak on this, honestly, because I am African American, like really legit African American. I'm Nigerian American. My father's from Nigeria and my mother's from Chicago. So technically I'm mixed, you know. So I see both sides. I'm split right down the middle. And I identify as a black man. In America, I've identified as a black man. You know, it is what it is. Police see me, they don't see African, they see a black man. But to really speak on this and being able to see both sides of it, to be 100% completely honest with you, Black America, this is a loss that we cannot afford. I think right now we are acting out of PTSD and we are putting ourselves on a burning bridge that we are not going to be able to walk back on. You have to understand a lot of people may stereotype us or may think about us due to their own ignorance, due to the media. And we continuously burn bridges because of this instead of educating. And it's both sides that are ignorant. It's a lot of Black Americans or Black folks in general. You know, we've heard the African booty scratcher jokes. We've heard the fighting with lions and tigers and bear jokes. We've heard the living in hut jokes. We've heard all of them that talk about Africans. We've heard them. We've heard the go back to Africa. We've heard them. We've said them. So we're not innocent. Black America's not innocent. And the same as the Africans who watch all the propaganda, watch the news, watch the white media, watch what they say. That's speaking down on the black people, Black Americans. And they run with it as well. That black people are lazy. Black people don't love each other. Black people this, black people that. They run with that as well. So both points of view are skewed due to both of our ignorance. But this is going to hurt the black community even more because Africans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, Ethiopians, Egyptians, South Africans, wherever you come from, in Africa, they extend olive branches to each other. They help each other build. They support each other. You may have a person from Ghana and Nigeria, and they have a conversation about something, and it leads to building. And then if we look at the Caribbean diaspora, you know, they stick together as well. They're not so separate as well. They may have their own little politics or beef that they got going on, but as a collective, they call themselves Caribbean. And now we just have Black America. Who do we have extend the olive branch to? Who do we look at as allies? We done burnt the Latinos done burnt the bridge with us, and we don't extend the olive branch to them. We said fuck you to them. So now we saying fuck you to the Africans. We not saying fuck you to the European. The Caribbeans. Now we been said fuck you to the white man. So who do we extend the olive branch to help us when we're in times of need? When we need somebody to be on our side? Or we like the quote unquote black woman, we can do bad all by ourselves. We don't need nobody. Because you have to understand, at the end of the day, if you have melanated skin with nappy hair, you come from Africa. Again, if you have melanated skin with nappy hair, a lot of times your folks came from Africa a long time ago. If not, your diaspora came from America and was one of the original Americans. Your folks came off a boat. Or they went around the land and came over here. If you know, you know. So to separate yourself from your cousin, because that's all we are. We cousins. We cousins to the Caribbean man. We cousins to the African man. We all cousins. And all this beefing that we got going on ain't gonna help us now one bit. Because it's just creating more separation. It's creating more separation. And like I said, this is warning to the black community. This is not gonna end well for us. Why is it not gonna end well? Because we don't have no friends. We don't have no allies. We don't have no people. Do you know all the oil that they have in Nigeria? And we could build some kind of infrastructure with them and build a bridge to send our educated people over there. They can send the educated people over here. We can build some kind of infrastructure. We can build some kind of community with our own cousins. And what do we have? As black Americans, we sit here right now. What do we have? We have no room to be excommunicating ourselves from anybody, especially those who look like us. And they saying Africans want reparations or this and that, this and that. It's time to educate them. Don't cut them off. Educate them. Educate the ignorant. I'm not using ignorant in a derogatory term. I'm using ignorant in the sense that it was meant, not knowing. Educate the people who don't know. Be the big brother. Be the big cousin. Because right now, when you take a step back and you look at it, even when it comes to music, a lot of more people are vibing to that Afrobeat music than they are rap music. Because the debauchery we have tied to our music. Because the debauchery we have tied to our culture. These people got countries. Caribbean people, they got countries. Africans, they have countries that they can allow other people to come to and visit their land. What do we have as black people? The hood? What do we have? Compton? What do we have? Chicago? What do we have? Chirac? What the fuck do we have? For people to come and see us in good lighting. What do we control? Nigerians have their own media. Jamaicans have their own media. Haitians have their own media. What do black people have besides YouTube channels? Don't let me get started. These folks have networks. These folks have banking. And we want to excommunicate ourselves from them. We want to say we don't want to extend the olive branch. We're going to find ourselves in a world of hurt when we look around and we don't excommunicate ourselves from anybody and everybody who could have been a friend. Anybody and everybody who could have been an ally. Because we can't put our differences to the side and come together at a table and talk about how we can build. And this is not going to end well. I can tell you now, this is not going to end well for the black American. It's not. Because where you going to go in the world? Where you going to go? Where you going to visit? You want to build communities. You want to build infrastructure. You want to build this. You want to build that. These are the people that will lend you the money. These are the people that you can go talk to about your vision. It can help you. These are future allies. Those people love our music. These people love our culture just like it's an equal exchange. So what the hell? This is not going to end well. Y'all think it's cute now. Y'all think it's cute. Like I said, a lot of y'all acting like black women. The I don't need no man type. A lot of y'all acting like that. The black community is starting to really act like that. That y'all cut off anybody who could be a friend. Anybody who tell you something wrong. Anybody who tell you something that you don't like. Anytime you have to correct somebody, you don't like it. And you want to just cut people off. You feel you don't need no allies. You feel like you don't need no friends. Okay. 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 When you look around and you have nobody else left, who you gonna extend? Who you gonna look for help? I said, you know, excommunicate yourself from anybody and everybody else. Because the Africans still do business with the European. Little do y'all know, the African man still doing business with China. Nigeria is still doing business with China. In all these other countries, they doing business. Who is Black America doing business with? Who we doing business with? Who? Who? That sound like an owl, don't I? Who? Who we building infrastructure with? Who we trading with? Oh, we got this. You got this. Let's trade. Who? Yet we want to sit up here like we all high and mighty, like we got everything handled. We got everything under control. We got our own resources. We got our own communities. We got our own this. We got our own banking. We got our own money. We got our... Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. If somebody's ignorant, teach them from an intelligent standpoint. Not you looking down on them. Teach them. Help them. Extend that hand. Because you never know when you're going to need a friend. Again, you never know when you're going to need a friend. That's my 2 cents. Like I said, I love my people on both sides. I got family on both sides. But like I said, when I take a step back and I look at my black family, my from my mama's side, and I look at my Nigerian family on my daddy's side, I see the difference. And if all hell break loose, I see who will stand and I see who will fall. Just being observant. I see infrastructure on one side and I see chaos on the other. I'm just keeping it real. You can hate me all you want. You can say what you want. But like I said, I'm keeping it real. Anyways, let me know how y'all feel about this. This is your favorite cousin Rich. Y'all be safe out there. Love and blessings.